Well, hello everyone, welcome to HW News, welcome to this live. This is the day 4th of the Maharashtra political crisis, and even on day 4, there is no sign of this Maharashtra political crisis ending any soon. Now, as per the latest update, the number of rebel MLAs with Eknath Shinde camp, the rebel MLAs of Shivsena that are joining Eknath Shinde has only increased. The number with Eknath Shinde is only swelling. Today morning, he claimed that he now has 50 MLAs with him, out of which 40 MLAs are of Shiv Sena. Now, the magic number he needs to avoid the anti-defection law is 37. Now, he claims that he has 37 MLAs with him. Till yesterday, there were as many as 35 MLAs with him of Shiv Sena, and rest other were the independent MLAs that were with him in Guwahati. But today he claims that there are as many as 50 MLAs with him, out of which 40 are from Shiv Sena. This morning there were reports that 3 more MLAs from Mumbai went to Surat, and from Surat they went to Guwahati and joined him. Ravindra Phatak, one MLA from Maharashtra who was sent by Uddhav Thackeray in his delegation to convince the rebel MLAs to come back to Mumbai, has also reportedly joined the rebel faction, and he has joined hands with them, and he is also one of the members of the rebel camp now. In the meanwhile, we have seen that Shiv Sena is also taking actions back home. Shiv Sena yesterday went to the Deputy Speaker of Maharashtra Assembly, that is Narhari Zirwal, and sought disqualification of 12 of its MLAs that are in the rebel camp. However, replying to it, the rebel faction also shot back another letter. They also sent another letter to the Deputy Speaker Narhari Zirwal and sought that they have the numbers, they are the real Shiv Sena, they are the Shiv Sena of Bharat Thackeray, and the letter that was sent by the Shiv Sena of Uddhav Thackeray faction should not be considered. This is what was the letter that was sent by the rebel faction. They also said that Eknath Shinde is still a legislature party leader of Shiv Sena, and Bharat Gogawale is the chief whip that has been appointed by them because they have majority of numbers with them. On the other hand, Shiv Sena had said that Shiv Sena Legislature Party leader will be Ajay Chowdhury. He has been appointed as the legislature party leader. Earlier it was Eknath Shinde. After the rebellion, they removed Eknath Shinde from the post and appointed Ajay Chowdhury as the legislature party leader, the group leader of Shiv Sena in the assembly, and they also submitted the same proposal to the Deputy Speaker of Maharashtra Assembly, Narhari Zirwal. The delegation that sent this proposal to the Deputy Speaker was led by Arvind Sawant, an MP from Shiv Sena, and they said that they wanted the disqualification of all these MPs. But after that, after the disqualification bid, Eknath Shinde wrote a series of tweets. In the tweets, he said, and I'm quoting what exactly he said in this tweet. He said, "Who are you trying to scare?" He said that we know how you fool the people, and we also know the law. He said that according to the 10th schedule of the Constitution, the whip is for assembly work and not for the meeting. There are numerous Supreme Court decisions in this regard. He further said that you cannot scare us by initiating action against 12 MLAs because we are the real Shiv Sena and Shiv Sainik of the Shiv Sena chief Bharat Thackeray. So the rebel faction has been claiming that they are the real Shiv Sena. However, there is no word from them yet on whether they will claim the symbol of Shiv Sena also or not. Furthermore, he says in the tweet that we also know the law. We do not pay heed to such threats. In fact, we demand action against you for creating an illegal group without the required number. This is what Eknath Shinde said in his tweet. Now, the rebel faction, as I said, also sent a letter to Deputy Speaker opposing the disqualification bid. Now, the point here is, so far Shiv Sena was trying to somehow reconcile with these leaders. They were trying to offer them that they will quit Mahavikas Aghadi alliance as per the rebel faction's demand. But given that they come back to Mumbai and talk to Uddhav Thackeray, so they were keeping their options open. But seems like yesterday was the last day that Shiv Sena tried to reconcile with these rebel leaders, and finally they took the action. Now, this action we see comes hours after Sharad Pawar, NCP chief, NCP Supremo, addressed a press conference in which he said that rebel MLAs have to come back to Mumbai, they have to face the floor test and they have to prove majority, that they have the majority in the Maharashtra Assembly. He also said that rebel MLAs have to face consequences because they have to face the electorate in their constituencies. Now, reacting to this, BJP, which has been claiming that it has nothing to do with this entire political crisis, it has said that it has no hand behind engineering this crisis. Reacting to this, BJP central leader Narayan Rane tweeted and said, let me just read out to you what exactly Rane said. Rane said that if anything happens to them in the Maharashtra Assembly, then there will be consequences. So there was a sort of threat that was issued by Narayan Rane. In a series of tweets in Marathi, he said that Sharad Pawar is threatening rebel MLAs that they should come to Maharashtra Legislative Assembly. They will definitely come and vote as per their will. If any harm comes their way, it will be difficult for him to go home. Now, him is apparently he is suggesting at Sharad Pawar. He further says that MVA was formed to serve personal interest. Nobody should boast about this work. Narayan Rane was also a former Shiv Sainik, if you know. He then quit Shiv Sena after differences cropped up with Uddhav Thackeray. He quit Shiv Sena, joined Congress Party. Later on, he also quit Congress Party, created his own party called Swabhiman Paksha, and later on he merged his faction with the BJP, and now he is a central minister with the BJP. Now, without naming Pawar, he further said that there are some people who have a long history of rebelling from time to time. It is unbecoming for such people to issue unwarranted threats at an unsuitable age. This is what Narayan Rane said, and reacting to Narayan Rane, then Sanjay Raut, Shiv Sena party spokesperson, hit back and asked if BJP also supports the statement that was made by Narayan Rane, this statement that was made by Narayan Rane in regards of Sharad Pawar. He asked whether BJP approves of it because even Prime Minister Modi considers Sharad Pawar a political guru of his. He said that BJP is making below the belt remarks against NCP chief Sharad Pawar and threatening him. A central minister of the BJP has said that if attempts are made to save MVA government, then Sharad Pawar will not be allowed to go home. Whether or not the MVA government survives, use of such language for Sharad Pawar is not acceptable. This is what Sanjay Raut tweeted. He further, talking about Eknath Shinde, said that there are certain rules, there are orders of the Supreme Court, and this is a legal fight right now. Some are saying they have 40 MLAs, some say another figure. The day the MLAs come to Mumbai, everything will be clear. The fight is over numbers, papers, and on the street, and we will win in all three. So the Uddhav Thackeray faction is sort of sure that if MLAs come back to Mumbai, they will still be able to get majority that they require. This is what they are saying. On the other hand, Sanjay Raut today also went and met Sharad Pawar at his residence at Silver Oak. Shiv Sena has also called for an emergency meeting of all its councillors, and Uddhav Thackeray is also set to meet the district presidents of his party at 12 o'clock. And the meeting, as I said, comes after Shinde made a list of at least 400 former corporators and few MPs who are expected to cross over to his side if a new government is formed. Now, this entire political drama has gone to court's premises, so this will be a legal fight, and how much time this legal fight takes, that we have to see, because on one hand we have Eknath Shinde, who is claiming that he is the real Shiv Sena. On the other hand, we have Uddhav Thackeray faction of Shiv Sena, which is claiming, trying to disqualify all these MLAs. Now, Eknath Shinde claims that he has the numbers, but whether or not he really has these numbers or not, we have to see, because he has to come back to Maharashtra and then prove this majority either in front of the governor or in the assembly. So this will be a legal fight from here on, and who wins in that legal fight, we have to see. Meanwhile, there is an update that Eknath Shinde has come out of the Guwahati hotel, Radisson Blu, where he is staying, and there are some reports which say that he is heading to Mumbai. Some reports say that he is going to a temple. We exactly don't know where he is going at this moment, but we know for sure that he has left the hotel and he is going somewhere. Whether he is coming to Mumbai or going to a temple, that is not yet confirmed. So this is the update on day 4. As I said, Shivsena is preparing for a long legal fight, and the rebel faction also now has to prepare for the long legal fight. Meanwhile, the MVA partners are also huddling with each other, trying to keep their flock together and trying to devise a strategy as to how to save this Mahavikas Aghadi government, which came up as a experimentation for opposition parties in India. So well, that's the update. Do let us know what you think about this in the comment box below. For more news and updates, you can log on to www.hwnews.in.